Hello, everyone. Welcome aboard. So nice to see you all. Welcome to day 3 of our 3-day gathering, all about connecting with angels for guidance and support and protection. So wonderful to be here. I'm excited for our time together, and today's session is all going to be about signs and reminders from your angels. And before we do that, I'd love to see where you're tuning in from, who's here in the house. So I can see there's people from Ontario, Arizona, Norway, Tampa, Florida, upstate New York. Amsterdam is in the house, Venice Beach, Utah, Madison, Wisconsin, a snowy Dallas, Texas, Michigan, Australia, Aberdeen in Scotland, good old Glasgow, Rita, I can see you, Cheshire, Winnipeg, Northern Ireland, wow, so many people, Costa Rica, Las Vegas, Ohio, Nebraska, Brussels, South Africa in the house, Sweden, Iceland, Düsseldorf. Oh my goodness. So wonderful to be here with you all. And I hope that you are and have been enjoying our session so far. Today, we're going to be speaking about the fact that your angels are so excited to be in touch with you, and they do that through signs and reminders. And I've got some exciting information to share with you about that. But before we dive deep into the conversation around signs and reminders, I wanted to take a moment for us all to tune in our energy, and I have some of my favorite singing bowls here, and I'd love to do an energy cleanse for you all. So if you are interested, or are you ready to hear some singing bowls, are you ready to have your aura cleared? And if you've never been introduced to the sounds and the energy of singing bowls, I'd love to do that with you right now. All of the singing bowls have a note and a frequency. And one of the coolest things about working with sound is it's very similar in energy to the frequency of angels. And so all of us in this space have the ability to attune our being to the angelic. And the bowls that I've picked today are all about helping you tune into that higher frequency. So these are Crystal Tones singing bowls. Let's do it. So I want you to, and I'm going to turn off the chat just so we can stay focused. I want you to bring both of your feet down towards the earth. I want you to bring your palms together, rub them, create some heat, warmth, and energy. Then place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly and hold yourself in a really loving way. And take a deep inhale and let it all go. And if it feels comfortable for you, close your eyes. Now, I'll have to keep my eyes open just to play the singing bowls for you, but if it feels comfortable for you, close your eyes. And set an intention for your practice today. As we come together, this is ultimately a spiritual practice. It's a way for you to open yourself up to the divine connection that is available to you in every given moment. Your angels are here. And set an intention for your relationship with the angels. How more you would like to develop your connection, and how willing you are to do so. And as your hands meet your body, take deep inhales, deep exhales, but no force. Breathing in a way that's conscious and relaxing. And all of the external shields and barriers and walls that you've built up against the outside world and the stresses of the day, Allow them to melt away. And into this space right now, welcome in the presence of angels. There are angels on your left and angels on your right. And internally say, thank you, angels, for reminding me of your presence. And for revealing to me what I need to know. Today, as we come together as a congregation of friends and equals, we set a collective intention that whatever is gained from this practice and coming together today is for the greatest good of all beings in the four corners of the world. And we set a collective intention that the goodness we feel becomes infectious and that we spread that goodness everywhere we go. Thank you, angels, for being here and for holding this sacred space. And so it is. And when you're ready, come back into this space, into the here and now. Ready to do a deep dive on signs and reminders. The angels are here and the angels are near. Great. Just turning the chat back on for a second. Everyone with me? Are we feeling good? Wonderful. So great. So I'm going to share with you my screen and we're going to speak about signs and reminders today. And I'm really pleased and really excited to be in this space and having this opportunity to speak to you about the fact that your guardian angels who are with you now are always trying to send you signs and reminders. In every given moment that you are speaking to your angels, they are sending you an answer. And our biggest challenge when it comes to signs and reminders is that we are so focused on what's happening or where we're going or what we're worried about. Often we miss the fact that in that present moment, when we are experiencing a sign, we have an answer, or in that present moment when we're feeling the need to call on our angels, the answer is there somewhere in the depth of our being, available to us. And so I think it's a really important thing for you to always remember that in every given moment that you speak to your angels, that a sign is being sent your way. And it's not about looking for the sign, but more making yourself available to them. And so I want to just talk to you about a big thing. Whether you realize it or not, there's a sign happening right now. The fact that we are here in this conversation together is a sign. Because whether you realize it or not, you are feeling called to the angels. Even if curiosity has brought you into this space today, something else is at play. The curiosity is actually a call. A deep filled interest towards the angels is a sign. Because what it's actually saying is the fact that you're feeling called to the angels means that something is happening on a deeper level, on a soul level, something that I like to call a soul recognition. And what it's saying is that on a deeper level, the fact that you are feeling called to an angel is actually in some way a sign that you are remembering beyond this physical being. You are remembering beyond your human body, and you are remembering on a soul level that there is something else out there. And there's a good chance that if you are here in this conversation, in this time and in this space right now, that it has been a deep journey to get to this realization that where you are right now. It's been a big journey to get to this point where you are wanting to know more and you're ready to dive deep. And so the fact that you are here right now is a sign in itself that you are feeling connected beyond your physical body, and that on some level you are opening up spiritually. The next thing I wanted to say is that the fact that you are actioning the curiosity around the conversation of angels, or coming into this space because you're feeling the call of your angels, means that on a spiritual level, your intuition is being refined. On a intuitive level, you are receiving this message from a presence beyond you, but a presence that is all around you, that there is something else out there. And the fact that you have taken the steps that you've taken and signed up for this training and come into this space and dedicated the time means that on some level you are opening yourself up. You're like a lotus and you're blooming and you're revealing the more tender, more vulnerable aspects of your being. And the most important part of all of this in this conversation is the fact that you are here is a sign, because it means you're feeling something is happening. The fact that you're here is a sign that your intuition is blooming and opening up before you. You are picking things up. You're receiving something. And the fact that you are here ready to delve deep into the conversation around angels means that there is a part of you deep within that is finally ready to realize that you are worthy of that divine connection. The fact that you are here in this moment means that on some level, you have been doing deep inner work to recognize and claim the fact that you are worthy of having a connection to your angels. I have this deeper feeling that we as a collective in this space have all been on a journey that has been turbulent and challenging and overwhelming at times, not to mention the last nearly 3 years of this pandemic that we've been on. has given us this deep, important experience of being able to look within and turn inwards. And the fact that we are diving deep on a spiritual level and really hone ourselves and connect and open up on a spiritual level means that all of the challenging stuff that we've been moving through has actually had meaning, because we've got to this point in this space and in this conversation and in this room with me right now, that on some level you recognize that you are worthy of your angel's love. It reminds me of that story I told on my Instagram live the other day. I was in Toronto a few years ago with Hay House, where we're doing a live event. And I will say this before I keep going. I probably was taking live gatherings for granted, far too for granted. I look back and realize that was some of the best experiences of my life. And I remember doing a book signing in Toronto, and this woman came up to me and she said, Kyle, I've never felt connected or called to my angels until today. And I've never felt any interest in them. In fact, it's been the opposite. I felt so put off by the conversation around angels until you spoke today. And she said, I don't know why, but now I feel like I'm ready to learn more about angels. Do you know the reason? And I said, the reason you're feeling ready to learn more about angels today is a sign that you are now ready for the experience of that deeper love. The fact that you were turned off was actually this clear sign that there's a part of you that didn't feel worthy enough of that love that we speak about when we're speaking of angels. And the fact that you're now ready to dive into that and learn more about it is actually a clear sign to you that you are now ready to be loved in that level. So all of you here right now, you're ready to experience your angel's love. This is huge. I think it's so important when you're watching this just to really consciously acknowledge that even if you've not realized it before, you've been doing deep work and you've been facing some of your challenges and some of your fears and some of your concerns around life and being here and being human. And you've actually got yourself to that point where you realize that you are worthy of that love. So I want to talk to you about some of my favorite angel signs today, not to mention the ones that we were just speaking about. And I want to cover as much ground as possible during this call. And I know that there's many of you submitting questions. And someone called Linda put in a question that I think a lot of us will probably relate to. It says, why do I never see or feel my angels? And I think many of us know what it's like to really want to develop our spiritual connection and really want to have an angelic encounter and an angelic experience. And the most important thing I'll say to you is I was able to intuit messages and receive guidance for others before I was able to do it for myself. Just note that. I developed my own connection to my own guardian angel through doing angel card readings for others and doing work with others. There was something about that. And I'll tell you why. When we approach the angels and we want to connect with them, often we can be doing it out of selfish desire. We can have an agenda, or we have this clear idea of how the angel is going to appear or how they're going to look. And when we start having all of these kind of set ideas about it, we kind of block ourselves. And so in the moments that we turn ourselves into service, we change our frequency so that we're able to open up And when we're in service, we move beyond selfish desire, we move beyond the agenda of our ego and all of our inner workings of the mind. We open up our frequency and we allow ourselves to experience angels in a service space. And that's how I really shifted through that. So if you're trying to see angels, often it's the frequency that you're giving off. And often when we're trying to see an angel is we're trying to look through our eyes, when really it's about tuning into the mind's eye and feeling. And so there's a few tips I'll say about that just before we keep going. Is I recommend to tune into the energy of service. Your meditation practice should be at least 40 minutes a day. If you're really serious about developing clairvoyance and being able to see, you need to be spending way beyond the occasional 5 minutes doing a meditation. You should be like doing a proper meditation practice, and we're speaking 40 minutes at least. And I know that a lot of people are like, hey, I've not got enough time for that, and that's cool. You might need to build up to that, but I think it's really important that if you're thinking of doing a 5-minute meditation one day and think you're going to see your angels, this is big work. It's like going to the gym. If you've been to the gym, you know what it's like. You can't just pick up the heavy weight one day. You have to build up the strength to get to the heavy weights. And when you're working with angels on a vibrational level, they're essentially the heavyweights, in the sense where we have to build up the muscle strength, which I call raising your vibration. And so you're doing the practice to get to that point. So if you could maybe do 2 15 minutes or 2 20 minutes, you'll get to the point where you can have a clearer connection. So let's jump into signs. The chat's moving so fast. I'm going to turn it off just for a minute. Excuse me, hold on. We're going to talk about this. So let's talk about signs. This is one of the most popular angel sign, and I've written a whole book on angel numbers. But if you've ever seen 1111, it is one of the most well-known, best regarded angel signs there is. So like I said, in every given moment, your angels are speaking to you. They're sending you signs and they're sending you reminders. The most important message behind the angel number 1111, and there's interpretations for every number, but just really receive this for a moment. There is one message behind all signs, and I'll get to that. But the message behind 1111 is really simple once you see it. The message is 1111. I asked the angels to give me a real interpretation of what 1111 meant, and this is what I saw. I saw the Buddha, and he was meditating, connected with consciousness. I saw an image of Christ. I saw Muslims praying at Mecca. I saw indigenous folks. I saw Bob Marley. And then I heard this message: we are all one. If you've ever seen the number 1111 on the clock, on the dashboard, at a store, on the till, on your receipt, randomly appearing in places like the microwave or the cooker, or waking up at times like 1111, 222, 333, 444, 555. This is an angel number. And angel numbers hold a frequency, but their ultimate message is from 1111. And it's this reminder that we are all one. When you remember that you are one, i.e., every person that you're connected to, everyone you love, and everyone you dislike is actually one with you, you have this opportunity to raise your vibration and elevate your frequency. And every decision, choice, action, and non action you make from that space is in the alignment of oneness. And so the moments that you see an angel number, you are in direct frequency and connection with the angelic. And that's why so many people wake up through the night and they see the numbers on the clock, because when we're in our sleep state, we become more susceptible to connecting with higher frequencies and higher energies, because when our body is asleep, so is our ego, and we have this opportunity to allow the spirit to soar. So when I was having this vision of, Christ, the Buddha, people praying at Mecca, indigenous people, Bob Marley, it was this reminder that there is one race and it's the human race. And every action, every choice, every non-action that we're making in our life is in some way affecting our brothers and sisters of this planet. And I really believe that when we see a living, ultimately it's a call to action from the angels to us, inviting us to be more like them. For when we can be the angel, we can see the angels. Signs continue. Feathers are another wonderful calling card that angels are close by. And feathers can appear in many different shapes and sizes and forms. And I know that a lot of people get feathers, white feathers, black feathers, brown feathers, yellow, blue, red. If you get a feather and it's in the most insane place possible, in the sense where you cannot understand how it got to where it got to, it's a sign. It's a message. And it does not matter the color of the feather. You can go deeper if you wanted, but many people are concerned that white feathers are good and black feathers are bad. The angels don't work like that. They don't send bad omens or fear-based information your direction. A feather is a feather, a sign is a sign. And so if you get a feather that's white, black, brown, and it's in the most random place that you couldn't imagine, it's a sign that your angels are close by. And sometimes we get concerned about what the actual message is behind the sign. We'll get to that. So signs come in many shapes and sizes. Feathers are one of them. Sometimes you'll see a particular bird arriving in your garden every day. Our family, we love robins. This is a British robin redbreast. I know they look different in North America. This robin redbreast is a big thing for us in our family. Years ago, when I owned a yoga studio, my mother and I joined Costco so that we could get supplies for the studio. And we were in Costco, and as soon as we got inside, I was like, oh my goodness, my grandmother would have loved this. And my mom was like, I was just about to say your grandmother, your nana would have loved this. And then we were walking down an aisle at the other side of the store, and the aisle was empty apart from my mother and I. And in the middle of the aisle was a robin redbreast inside the store. So we knew it was a sign that she was close by. So you might see robins or a certain bird like a magpie, if your maybe grandparents would have said, hey, Mr. Magpie, or birds of prey. The overall message behind birds is being able to see things from a higher perspective, because birds are elevated, a bird's eye view. But they also come in all shapes and sizes. Sometimes our furry friends or animals and our pets are a sign. If your pet comes to you at a particular time in need, or when you're having a hard time. And then also butterflies, bumblebees, dragonflies. These are all signs that angels are close by. And a lot of people get really concerned about angel signs and signs from the dearly departed. And as far as I'm concerned, they're all together, they're all in love. So sometimes the sign is from a loved one in heaven. If you see a butterfly, often it's a message that a loved one is free of pain, no longer in pain, but it also can be a sign of transformation. Dragonfly is a sign of spiritual strength and steadfast energy. My mother came to visit me today, and there was two deers that ran by the side of the house and came right down the front of the house, which are a sign of strength and grace. So when you are getting a sign, it's important to know that don't worry too much if it's a sign of from a loved one or your angels. They're all together. They're all together. They're all here. They're all with you. They're all holding you. And so you might see owls or foxes or doves or stags or bears. There's all these different signs. And of course, all of them have individual meanings depending on who's giving the interpretation. But I'm going to make this easy for us all. A sign is a sign. And there's a message behind all the signs that you're seeing. And it's this: you are not alone. This is the ultimate message behind every sign you see. You are not alone. So it doesn't matter if you see a bumblebee or a dragonfly or a feather, or you have the robin, or you find a penny. Whenever you see a sign, the ultimate message behind all of them is that you are not alone. In that moment, when you are having the experience of a sign, there are divine beings all around you, holding you, guiding you, supporting you, wanting you to know that you are not alone. Because even in the busiest rooms, all of us can feel alone at times. And in that moment, we get a sign. The ultimate message is that we're not alone. So there's three important things about signs that you need to know about. The first is you're not alone. I like to make everything easy for us all, don't I? The second is you're on a right path. So if you get a sign and you're wondering, am I on the right path or not? Is this sign telling me to change path? If I'm on the wrong path, if I'm doing the right thing? Here's the truth. If you're seeing a sign, it's a message to you from your angels, from your guides, from your loved ones who are all together, coming from the space of love, telling you that you are on the right path. Big. It's really huge. Just take that in. So you see a sign. The first message is that you're not alone. The fact that you're seeing a sign is a message that you're on the right path, because I'll tell you why. If you are getting a sign, it means that you are in alignment. It means that in that moment, when you are manifesting that sign, that there is this universal connection all around you. And in that given moment, there is no distance or space between you and the presence of love. There's no distance between you and the angels. There's no distance between you and your dearly departed loved ones who are in heaven. In that moment, you are in this sacred space between the worlds in sheer alignment. So if you're seeing a sign, it means you're on the right path. That is it. Period. Done. Finished. But there's something else you need to know about signs. You need to ask for help. In that moment, because you're in alignment, because you're in connection, It's an opportunity for you to ask what you need to know. It's what I like to call the miraculous moment. It's that moment when you're seeing the sign that there is no distance or space between you and your angels, you and love, you and your loved ones. You're all connected through the infinite presence of love in that exact moment. And so many of us make mistakes of trying to take a photograph, looking at our phone, asking ourselves, is this actually a sign? Am I wishful thinking right now? I am forcing this. Is this actually happening? Then we take a photo and then we're like diverted into the black screen of our phones, and we're just, sucked into that. But in that moment, leave your phone where it is and enjoy the presence and the connection. Because in that moment is where the miracle is. In that moment, you have the opportunity to receive the download, the connection, the openness, the experience. In that moment, you have the opportunity to say, I'm so glad to know I am not alone. And I'm so glad to know I'm on the right path. Thank you, universe. Thank you, angels, for revealing to me what I need to know. I'm willing to listen. And you close your eyes and you just leave your palms open and just receive. And even if you don't see anything or hear anything, just know that into your frequency, you're downloading, you're receiving, you're upgrading. So I am sure many of you in this place and in this space right now are like, whoops, because we're also guilty of like trying to take a photo and posting the sign or calling our friends to tell them about it. But in that moment, in that space, you're in connection. And in that connection is the answer, is the guidance, is the support, is the miracle, is the love. The most important thing you learn from this today is that those 3 pieces of information. You're not alone. You're on the right path. And more help is available to you. And it's through your willingness to listen. Remember, your angels are as loud as your willingness to listen. When we pick up our phone, we don't have willingness to listen. When we get distracted from the moment, we're not willing to listen. When we give up on our meditation practice before we even started it, we're not showing willingness to listen. So a lot of people get really frustrated and annoyed at me because I'm a heavy hitter. I have a big practice. I spend that time every single day. And that's why I've got to where I've got to today. That's why I feel so connected. That's why I have the connection. That's why I have the openness. That's why I'm able to perceive and feel the angels, because I've done the work. We have to continually do this. It strengthens us. It opens us up. It takes us further. So I know that many of you are asking, high-pitched noises, high frequency, as long as you've not been diagnosed with tinnitus, is a sign that your angels are close. If you receive a high whistle sound, it's a sign that we're in frequency and connection to the angels. I call that a moment of download. When I get the high frequency, and I got one just before this call, I always just take a moment, close my eyes, and just say, I'm willing to listen. And even if I don't hear anything, I took the moment anyway. It's the most important thing. So, yes. So I want to just take this a little bit further. Where do you go from here? What do you do next? What's the next step in your spiritual practice? The fact that you are here right now in this conversation and in this space means that you're ready to level up your connection. You're ready to do a deeper dive. You're ready to take it forward with your angels. And so there's different things that you can do. And the first thing is make yourself available to the angels every single day. 40 minutes is a lot for us all. Start with 5, build it to 10, take it to 12, 13, 14, 15, and work with your angel cards. If you've not worked with your angel cards, this is my angel guide oracle that I published at the Hay House last year. Angel cards are an amazing tool that will help you open up to your angels. And one of the most important things that I'll say to you is that when you, even if you don't want to do this professionally, when you put this into practice and share it with loved ones and friends, even if it's on Zoom, because we've had to learn to do these things, every moment you share the angels with others, you strengthen your inner connection. You open up your frequency. So know that if you want the angels to be a bigger part of your life, center it around service. That was not my initial intention when I started doing readings for my mother's friends when I was 15 years old. But through me practicing sharing angel cards with other people, the more my own connection strengthened and the more I opened up. So if you're ready and you want to take a deeper dive with this today, I'm going to say one thing and I'm going to share this with you. And if you want to go further, then that's amazing. And I'm all about that. And I want to be with you and I want to support you on your journey. Right now, at this time, I'm really excited to say that we've reopened up my certified angel guide training that teaches you everything that I do so that you can share this with others and in turn learn to experience your angels more clear. Now, this training we open up only one time per year at a special offer. And right now there's 70% off the training. I'm so excited to share this with you all. So normally it's a $499 course. We've just released it for $199. It's a deep dive into the world of angels that teaches you all the skills to attune your frequency and open up to the angels so that you can have your very own divine connection. And the course is really centered around you facilitating a sacred space for others to open up to angels. So if any of you here have studied energy healing or Reiki, it's kind of similar to Reiki 2 in the sense where it's the practitioner style training. It's centered around you holding space for others to open up to the angels, and through doing that you begin to open up and refine your own experience. So I'll tell you a little bit about it and then we'll continue on with the questions, and I'm going to do a reading. It's called Certified Angel Guide. Right now for the next 4 days and 11 hours is $199. It's all-inclusive lifetime access training. So you buy it now, you own it for life, and if we launch it again, you continue to get access to all of the bonuses that come with it. The bonus package includes 2 live calls with me, the online community, my book Raise Your Vibration and audio, how to invoke angelic protection, and then all the recordings from this event that we've done together, and an audio coaching package. And I'll tell you a little bit about the course. It's 9 lessons, but don't think that's just 9 videos. It's 9 lessons. There's multiple videos in each part. It teaches you to understand what a certified angel guide is. And essentially, it's just someone who's learned to connect with the angels for themselves and then facilitate the space for others. You learn about angels and angelology. That includes information about the archangels, harnessing the help of heaven, how to tune into the energies around you, how to know the difference between angels, guides, who's doing the talking. We also develop an angel journal. how to awaken your connection and hone your skills and learning how to tune in. Then we learn how to channel and opening up to the energy of angels and to create sacred space so that you can perform angel card readings. You learn how to do a 1 and 3 card reading for others. You also learn how to be an angel medium so that you can receive direct information. We learn about the archangels and this thing called, which I call the spiritual board of directors, which is a guide board that you create so that you've got connection everywhere you go. We learn about healing and how you can tune into Archangel Raphael. And we receive an attunement in our hands from a Raphael so that you can share hands-on energy healing. And then I show you how to build up angel guide sessions so that you can facilitate the space for others. And then I teach you my most advanced parts, which is about dealing with lower vibrations, how to sever energetic cords that could be held on your energy or the energy of others, how to remove psychic daggers, and how to protect yourself from psychic attack. So it's $199 or 3 payments of $75, and it's available for the next 4 days. So that's everything you need to know about that. And so I'd love to answer some of your questions today, and then I'm going to do a reading for someone at the end using the Angel Guide Oracle. I'd love to demonstrate what an Angel Guide session looks like so that you can experience that for yourself. So someone says, Ambra, what's the difference between spiritual guides and angels? The real difference between an angel and a spiritual guide most of the time is that spirit guides have had the experience of walking the earth and living as humans, whereas angels are, for the most part, non-human spiritual beings. And so they're both just pure souls, except spirit guides have had that one-on-one experience of the earth, and then angels have no experience of being human. And from that space, they offer really different opinions and contrasting support. You know, spirit guides can understand the human experience better than angels, but angels have this undying love and compassion. So both of them are essentially supportive. Someone says, it was anonymous, can humans become angels? I believe humans can become angels. I believe humans can become angels. For the most part, souls who are very young, children who don't make it full term, or children who, you know, pass before they should have, can often become angels. The real difference between the real reason why children have an easier way of becoming an angel is because they don't have an ego. So angels have no ego. And so if we can transcend the ego on the earthly level, we can become angelic. And that's why, you know, that's why children and babies become angels, because they've not had an ego. They're pure, unconditional love. And someone said that's why they call them angel babies. That was Senli Wong. Yes, that's why they call them angel babies. I believe that. There are many times that I've done readings for people and angels have appeared in the room and I've been able to connect with them. And then the angel told me that they were the lost child of who I'm doing a reading for. And often when I'm doing a reading for someone, I'll say there's an angel here, but they're telling me they were supposed to be your child. Would that make sense? And they would say, yes, you know, I lost a baby. And so it's amazing that they go on to become these powerful souls. And sometimes those child souls, these child angels, can reincarnate. They can reincarnate, so they can come back. And often when they're born as again, it means they carry the angelic light to the earth. It gives me chills too. My arm hair is standing on end. Yeah, they can become these kind of earth angels, and these children are highly loving, very, very special, and bring love everywhere they go. It makes me want to cry, you know. and often they don't always makes me emotional for some reason. Um, sometimes they don't fit into the world the way we would expect them to. They just have something really special about them. Um, Often labeled on the spectrum or with learning difficulties, they usually bring us great love with them. It's just so special. So I definitely believe, uh, they can come back. I don't know why that got me so emotional, but it is. It's really special. Um, Woo, big stuff. Let's see what else we've got. Um, do you see or feel the angels? Sometimes I can see angels with my physical eyes. Most of the time I see them with my inner eye, as I call it. Um, I can close my eyes and feel the angels. I can feel all your angels right now, actually. It's amazing. When I close my eyes and I look towards the screen, I can feel all these angels around us all and holding us. What do warm hands mean? It means the energy is changing in the space. Often that you were born to heal or you can help others. Warm hands is also just a sign that there's divine love moving through you. Deborah says to connect with the angels, what meditation practice should we do? I think a really great way is just being able to listen to really nice music, have no agenda, and just close your eyes and just set a timer for however long you want to go for, and just journey, just see what happens. I love guided meditations, and I practice Kundalini meditation, which is a big part of my life. But if you want to just hone the angels, just practice practice just, I don't want to call it silent meditation because we have music, but you can just practice long, deep breathing for as long as humanly possible, and then you'll open up. Can you address channeling white light? I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I believe that the divine light isn't specifically white. I always see it as gold, and I believe all of us can imagine that frequency of light, and we can bring it through our energy system, and we can place it through our hands. Without a doubt, we speak about that in Certified Angel Guide, and we turn to Archangel Raphael to help us facilitate and become this kind of pipe of light. If you feel cold, it doesn't mean there's bad energy around you. If you feel cold, it's just your energy changing. I am a warm person, so when I work with the angels, I get sweaty. You'll see that. I've got like spots of sweat all over me. When I tune into the angels, I just drip. I get really hot. I get really charged up. And then other people get really cold and really, and it's not because there's bad energy or good energy. It's just the frequency of the space changes. And Archangel Michael, who's one of the most well-known archangels, he is the angel of fire. And often when we invoke Archangel Michael, we get super hot because it's like we're having a hot flash. He carries this torch and this sword of light, and he brings that heat, that warmth with him everywhere he goes. So when Michael comes in, he's very warm, very strong. A really important message to say is that angels appear differently to everyone. And how I see Archangel Michael more recently, I see him as this black man with this flaming sword, and he is so strong and courageous, but so graceful at the same time. How you see an angel and how I see an angel can be different. And it doesn't mean that I'm right and you're wrong. If you see the angel with a different hair color or a different complexion or a different ethnicity, angels appear to you in a way that feels relatable and understandable and in alignment with you. So if you see an angel different to me, it doesn't mean I'm right and you're wrong, or vice versa. It's all about personal connection. So if you would like to receive a reading today, I'd love for you to raise your hand. Now, just a heads up, if you raise your hand, that means you need to be camera ready because I'm going to bring you on. And so make sure that there's no distractions around you, that you're in a place that's private, and that you're able to receive a one-on-one conversation. I'm going to give it 10 more seconds before I pick someone. We've got over 1,000 hands raised so far. Okay. Suzanne Goldberry is who I picked. Let's see if she's coming back. Suzanne! Suzanne, can you hear me? Oh no. Oh, I can see you, but I can't hear you. Hold on, it might be me. Let me see. Speakers. Can you unmute yourself?
Hello.
Hi, love. How are you?
I can't believe this. I just came in about 10 minutes ago. I just can't believe it.
Oh, so you're just, oh, well, lucky you. Where are you in the world?
I just wrote a mess. I'm in Sydney, Australia.
Oh, you're in Sydney. Hello, other side of the world. How are you down there?
Oh, this is just so beautiful. I can't believe it.
Oh, well, thank you for being here. It's such an honor to be in the space with you. Would you like to ask a question of the angels today? Or would you like just a general... Okay, good.
I know I talk to them every morning. I have your book by my bed. I never let it go, but I don't have confidence in myself, and at times I just don't believe, that I know they're there, but I just can't take a grasp on it.
Okay. So is it okay if I tune in for you and just pull through some information and see what we can find?
Please, thank you.
Okay. I want you just to say
I know they're here because you're here. This has happened.
Yeah, it's happened. I want you to close your eyes with me, Suzanne, and I want you just to say this. Thank you, angels, for reminding me of your presence.
Thank you, angels, for reminding me of your presence.
Thank you, angels, for revealing to me what I need to know.
Thank you, angels, for revealing to me what I need to know.
And I'll thank Suzanne's angels for speaking to her through me in the cards today and for revealing to her what she needs to know. So when I close my eyes and I look at your frequency and your energy, Suzanne, and you can come back into the room when you're ready, I can see so much blue energy around you and in your aura and supporting you. And the blue is the color of the overly independent soul. It's someone who was born independent, and you have this real strong need to do it on my own energy. And ever since you were a little girl, you've had this deep need to kind of do things your own way and to do it for yourself. And you've never needed to rely or wanted to rely on anyone else. You've wanted to stand on your own 2 feet. And that has come with you into your adult life and into where you are today. And still today, you find it difficult to ask for help. And even though you believe in angels, you don't ask them for too much. And that's one of the messages that I'm receiving, is that you always ask for everyone else.
Perfect.
But not for yourself. I'm going to mute you for a second because I'm getting some feedback. You always ask for everyone else, but never for yourself. And the angels wanted to acknowledge that it's okay to ask for you. And through asking for yourself, you're never going to deprive anyone else. So through your receiving of their love and their guidance, you're also receiving for others. And one of the messages that I'm getting today is I think there's something to do with your confidence, and I feel I can get to the bottom of it in your energy. So I was going to ask you a question, if that's okay.
Sure.
Did you ever feel like you were to be seen and not heard?
Yes.
That's what it's to do with. Your confidence is a challenge because when you were little, it was almost like there was pressure on you to be seen and not heard, not to disturb anyone, not to get in the way of things. And it wasn't because everyone around you was bad or your family was bad, it was just the way things were. And I do feel that it shunned your confidence a great deal, where into your adult life you felt the need to be seen and not heard. And often you felt like maybe your opinion or your ideas are not always valid. And it's taken a long time because you've worked on that a great deal. You know, you've tried to work on your voice and be more truthful and more honest, but you also don't like to hurt anyone's feelings and you never like to let anyone down. And so you've been in this kind of challenging place with that. But the angels are here to let you know that you are definitely here to be seen and heard. And it's not too late for your light to be seen, because really you are a gifted soul and you deeply believe in others. You really believe in people. And one of your greatest gifts is that you bring the good out in others. That is what you do. You're always encouraging people. You're always giving them encouragement in the sense where you believe in them when they don't believe in themselves. And now it's time to believe in you. So I'm going to pick 3 cards for you. Ooh, I'm getting chills. Okay. I have to tell you that you have 2 angels with you, 2 angels that look over you. You've got 2. And one of them feels like a big, strong, masculine angel that holds you. And that's like your protection angel. And they've been with you your whole entire life. And then there's another angel that came with you later in life. And it was during a time when you went through a sense of emptiness. Something happened in your life that rocked your whole world. And it feels like it could have been like grief or a loss or something, where you went through a real rocky patch in your life and you kind of lost your way for a while. And I feel like a healing angel joined your journey. And this healing angel will be a big part of why you feel so called to healing other people and helping other people feel good, because through your own process, through your own experiences of life and through your own loss and your own grief, you've wanted to be there for others. But there's a healing angel with you, and it's a female, and she's helped heal your heart. And it was to do with this sense of loss. Does that make sense to you?
It does very much. I've lost a lot of family. I've got beautiful family. I've got husband and children, which are fabulous, but I've lost a lot of family. That's it. You know,
right. And
no one I can turn to except my angels.
Yeah. Well, I want you to know that they're here and they're holding you up. And can I ask you, is there anything to do with your right side, right hip, right lower part of the body that needs extra love?
Perfect. I broke my leg about 7 years ago, and it's got a plate and 10 pins, and it's putting my whole body out at all times.
I can feel this energy on the right side of your body, and it just feels like there's healing being sent there. And it's not that there's anything wrong. It just feels a little bit creaky. It feels a little bit,
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
I could go on all night.
Yeah,
I could go on all night.
My parents and who they are. I'm just trying to call them, and all the time I'm speaking with them every day. But I'm just getting a block.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. It's just everything to do with this feelings being seen and not heard, and you really need to keep affirming. I am ready to be seen. I am ready to be heard, and that'll undo it. So here's your cards for today. It's power and intention. This is your strength. It says, do not give up in your own power. Do not give up in your own intention. There is a great light, a great power, and a great support that is coming to you. And what you put your heart and mind to, you will do. And so if you're really set on something, it's going to be achievable for you. Now, this is really important. This card says Mother, Father, God. But I feel this is your own family, your mother and your father. They're coming to you. And, you know, your mother didn't make it easy for you, but she loved you dearly. And so there was this great love and great support from you to her. But she kind of, she taught you a lot of lessons in life. And so through that, you lost. It was hard not to lose your patience, but you would have done it when the door was closed and when no one could see you, and you were frustrated.
Perfect.
And she tells me that she knows how frustrated you were because you wanted to help her more, but she didn't make it easy for you. And so I get the sense that your mother is one of the great guardians that watch you, and she's with the angels. And there's a dog there with them as well. That they've got a dog with them. So I don't know if it's your dog or a family member's, but there's a dog that had to be put to sleep and it's with them.
Perfect.
And yeah. And your dad's not saying too much. It's like your mother's the boss. She's wearing the trousers, and that's how you know it's them.
Perfect. That's beautiful.
Your
Perfect. Absolutely.
the challenge card for you today is Holy Love. And this is about you accepting the love that you deserve. Angels are with you now. They love you so much and they believe in you. And sometimes it can be hard to realize how worthy you are.
Perfect.
But the fact that you're here today tells me that you know you're worthy in some level. It's sometimes hard to believe it, but it's here and it's coming to you.
Beautiful.
Do you accept the love? Do you accept the love of your angels?
I do. It's 100% perfect what you're saying. Absolutely. It's just an amazing thing that this has happened. I can't believe
it. Well, I'm so grateful to have done this with you and to give you that extra light. And I want you to know that angels are always with you. And I thank you for coming on here today.
Thank you so much, Carl. You're just an amazing person. I've read so many books, but yours is my Bible.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'll move you back to the crowd and I'll speak to you another time. But you take care of yourself and hopefully I'll see you because I'm hoping to come to Australia next year. So hoping
are you? Oh,
yeah.
Thank you. You're an absolute angel yourself. You're just beautiful.
All the best.
Thank you.
Bye, love. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Well, everyone, how amazing was that? Was that not really good? So amazing. And I love doing this. And it's just like, boom, as soon as I open up, it all comes flowing through. I hope you've enjoyed this today. It's been a pleasure to connect with you and to be in this space with you all. And I'd love to see you all in Certified Angel Guide. So remember, Certified Angel Guide is available for the next 4 days on a special offer. Don't miss on this special offer. It's 70% off. And we'll see you all very, very soon. Hold on, I'll make sure I post the link that Hay House has posted so you don't lose it if you want it. Here we go. If you want the link, this is what Hay House have just sent out. Here you go. So great to see you all. Thank you so much, and lots of love to you all. You take care.